Hey people, Positive Paul. It is Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022. I wanted to just go over a few things today. I actually haven't been feeling good for various reasons. The top of the list is these implants, but it shows I'm getting my days mixed up. But I was taking a nap and woke up to my right ear pulsating, and so I figure I'm gonna go outside and get some fresh air. I look up, and this what I just documented is what you will find in my videos going back all the way to 2017, and shortly thereafter, specifically by 2018, you see what you call a Skywatch community start to pop up on YouTube. Now, I clearly, for years now, have been explaining that, in my opinion, my belief, especially as a satanic ritual abuse survivor, these are demonic cloud formations. Now, I remember back in the mid-90s that my friend Steve and we would be down in central New Jersey where he was at, right outside of New York City. And, hey, doing the tic-tac-toe, all that stuff. Fussing with the weather, that's what we were being told. And here we are, literally 27 years later, and I've been watching, places in the United States where they're still getting hit heavy with these chemtrails. Now, a gentleman by the name of Charles Folkhart has been documenting this. And look, we know all about Richie from Boston, but when you look at this Skywatch community on YouTube, it's like, oh, the pretty clouds, the faces. And the thing is, all of them, they got the music in the background. It's just kind of like, I don't think half of these people even realize what the hell is going on. Now, we can...
Sorry.
Bye. We can sit here and banter back and forth on why this is occurring. We know about HARP, we know about geoengineering, weather modification, but what we notice with these chemtrails as they begin to spread out in these different locations, that they facilitate electromagnetic energy. And a lot of people are very sensitive to some of these frequencies. Now, look, we know that Big Brother is just everywhere. So we can rest assured that this facilitates their surveillance over everyone and everything. But here's the key. The locations of where these demonic cloud formations pop up, or when they initially start to do this chemtrailing, all right? And by the way, this video is, thank you for this comment on BitChute that I just saw a second ago. But the locations where they focus these chemtrails on, and someone could say, oh, well, they're everywhere, but no, they're not just everywhere, all right? They are in specific locations. So the question is, what would be nice if someone that was paying attention on the ground could document other events that would be taking place in these locations. Now, I'm in Rosarito Beach, Mexico, 20 miles south of San Diego, California. And what I can tell you that there's been virtually no chemtrailing in 2022. Nothing. I can look up and I can see sometimes over San Diego because I'm that close. But as far as over me, nothing. And literally, all we've had is like either sunny days or thick marine layers. Now, the past 2 days, these cloud formations are back. Now, this also, what happened today is I was talking to someone up in LA, and immediately after our conversation, the perp plane zips over. Now, what I did finally is I downloaded the Flight Tracker 24 app. And of course, this plane is nowhere to be found. But what, as I've always explained, that you people mock me for, is these alien insectoids that go hand in hand with these flyovers. Now, when you view it on the video, very hard to pick up. I understand that. So what I've been trying to do is you got to, zoom in, try to lock them in there, do a screenshot. And, you people know I use them as my thumbnails. And then in the description, which I don't do a good job at that, but I will put the time when these things zip by. So if anybody wants to slow down the video, download it, they can examine this footage, which I've been putting up now since 2016. And very few people have this occurring. I've got nothing to do. They got me beat down, all right? There's no work, all right? I don't sleep properly anymore. These implants are always going haywire, and they've got a gigantic perp army camped out down here to have me under constant surveillance, because I don't just sit in this house. I go out and try to witness to these good Mexican people who are being bought off left and right to be stalkers. It's pathetic. You see down here, look, it's not just me, but the IMF in tandem with the United Nations have flooded money into Mexico to make sure that these people do not pick up on what's going on. Because look, I'm not just, because I'm here in Mexico, I'm saying it. These people could care less about what's going on in the world, the war in Ukraine, the stock market. These Satanists, they know nothing about that. They're not even involved, all right? But the fact of the matter is, they are right, at our back door. And the distraction right now is with these migrants flooding across into the United States. But meanwhile, I can tell you, China is camped out down here. And I'll just leave it at that, because I look at it this way. You people are looking for this, the smoking gun. You want information that will nail down when this is going to occur. Now, what is going to occur? The fall of Mystery Babylon, the fall of America, these fenced off pens for the people that will not go along with this demonically driven New World Order. And, hey, look, you can keep going to work, keep checking your 401k, but I will tell you that I am certain by this time next year, the world will be a totally different place. Now, we can tell ourselves scripturally, like I've been saying, that the biblical narrative is intersecting with the conspiratorial narrative. So the Satanists want you to think that they can keep this up forever. Now, here's the key. These sad sack Edomite Jew Satanists want you to believe that, they're working on fixing the problem. The secret space program, these slippery, slimy super soldiers doing this 20 and back, all these things that, with the technology, that these social media frauds, and it's a cesspool of social media frauds everywhere, whether they're on Facebook, YouTube, BitChute, Instagram, TikTok, take your pick. But Their one and only goal is to make you think that this world is, yes, while it's changing, um, it's going to stay the same. There is no day of the Lord. But what they'll do is they'll tell you that our Messiah, our Christ, our Hamashiach, our Yeshua, and yes, Jesus, did not walk the earth. He did not do these miracles. He did not give sight to the blind. He did not raise the dead back to life. He did not cure these people that had leprosy. Everything that we heard about, turning, 7 fish into 5,000. All right, but yet they will have you go down to a street corner, any town USA, and go to a psychic reader that's going to blabber about tarot cards and try to tell you what your future is going to be, and you will buy into that. You will buy into what. I haven't beat up on James Gilligan up in ESETI in a while, but look, these people are hobnobbing with the Palladians, the Orion Council of Light, right? They're getting together with all these off-worlders that are, because they can't get too involved, right? We won't learn from our mistakes. Look, I've heard it all, people. If you give me enough time, you give me, the right equipment, I will do a video that will not only change the hearts and minds of the good people that are on social media trying to understand what the hell is going on. Should they be concerned? And look, spending all your money on prepping, remember, when they come for you, your prepping garbage isn't going to save you. They're going to come right into your house, and you'll have your little pea shooters, your AR-15s, and they're going to blow you right out of there and take all your prepping garbage with them. So what do we need to do? This is what social media should be about, that we should be able to share and communicate with each other on what should be prioritized. Number one is get your spiritual house in order. All right? Number two is try to help the people around you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Convincing some of these people is difficult. And yes, you're gonna be scoffed at, mocked at, laughed at. It's no fun. But we know about the persecutions. So, and forget about the religion, the church and all that. See, these frauds that do these videos, they want you to go off in all these little dead-end alleys that will lead you to nowhere. All right? So, I don't know what to tell you, people. All right? But I will tell you, 2023, this is going to be the pivotal year. And, hey, look, these asshole Satanists are not going to break me. If this doesn't happen on my watch, I pass away before this all goes down, I know one thing: I'm going to come back and haunt everybody that had turned their back on me, especially these handlers I had that were supposed to be my friends up in San Diego, in New Jersey, in New York. All right? I've given you half my story. Now, I'll just leave it at that. God bless you all. Don't be too hard on each other. And keep your eyes to the sky. Let God find his way in your heart.